what's up, gang? So y'all gotta mind this big ass box beside me. But anyways, I just wanted to remind y'all, like I always do, that regardless of what you going on, well, regardless of what you got going on, okay, you still can show up for yourself. You still can be a shining light. You still can, be an inspiration to somebody else. You still can smile. You still can laugh. You still can play. You still can be amazing despite what you have going on, whether it's breakup, loss of family, whatever it is, loss of a job, loss of an income, house hopping, whatever it is, whatever the fuck you're going through, or depression, you still are an amazing person. You still have something to keep going for, whether it's a vision that you have, or your children, or just going for yourself. I think we owe it to ourselves, to keep going. I'm glad that I said that, because I seen a post on Instagram. It was like, what is it? You deserve to show yourself how this will work out for you, or you deserve to see how all of this will play out well for you in the end. Something like that, But I just say, just stick around, keep going. Don't give up on yourself, whatever you're going through. And just know how you feel, it'll pass, it'll go away. But don't let how you feel cause you to just throw everything away and to stop trying and to give up. Because what I've been having going on in my own personal life, y'all, I could have just completely gave up on everything, but nope. I'm still gonna take my showers, wash my face, arch my eyebrows, smell good, lay my edges down. I'm not gonna let myself look like what I'm going through, and I'm also not gonna carry myself like what I'm going through, because I don't need any empathy. I don't need no sympathy. I don't need any of that. I just need good vibes, and that's all the time. But allow yourself to feel that or whatever. But as far as like sulking around and shit, you got a life to live. Certain shit probably didn't play out how you wanted it to. Maybe certain things are falling the fuck apart. Certain friendships coming to an end. But guess what? You're alive. You're healthy. And if maybe you are having health issues, at least your children are healthy. Or at least you have your limbs. A lot of people, they don't have legs. They don't have arms. A lot of people are mute. They can't talk. Some people are blind. They can't see. Some people got COVID. Now they can't smell nothing. We can smell, So we're always blessed. We're always blessed. We're always blessed. Even whenever we think our whole life is just completely destroyed, we still are blessed in some type of way. We're still blessed in some type of way. So keep your head up and pray for God to give you strength. Pray for God to comfort you. Pray for God to show you how good things can get, and to reveal to you why certain things had to happen, how they had to happen. Because once again, in a video that I uploaded, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, God has plans to prosper us. So if certain friendships or relationships or marriages are coming to an end, it's not to break our hearts. It's not to, for us to soak around and be like, oh, woe is me. My life is over without this person. I can't believe this happened. It is to prosper us. We have to also pray for God to show us a higher perspective on what we're going through, because we don't think how God thinks, but it all happens to prosper us. It's to help us. It's to push us forward. It's to help us grow. It's to help us evolve. It's to help us become who God created us to be. Everything, So Everything is okay. Your life is going how it's supposed to go. And, you know, all is well. All is well. And even if you don't feel like all is well, that does not change the fact that all is well. You know, I think a lot of times we think that life is how we feel about it, but a lot of times it's not, because a person could easily look like, oh, my life is falling apart, everything is horrible, when reality is the sun is still out, it's beautiful outside, it's not raining, the trees are waving at us, hey, good morning, the birds are chirping, you know, we're alive, we get to experience all of this. Life is good. Something might have happened, you know, a situation may have popped up that may have upset us, but life itself is fucking amazing. Life itself is beautiful, you know, and we have to pray for God to help us to remember the bigger picture and to stay afloat and not to let our circumstances or what we're going through to distort our perception of life, because life is fucking beautiful, you know. And to put things in a perspective with y'all, I'm gonna actually share an epiphany that I had. You know, I cried whenever I first had the epiphany, and I'm gonna try not to cry whenever I think about it, but every day is beautiful, every day is perfect, every day is whole, every day is amazing, you know, despite what happens. Now, with that being said, the day that I found out that my grandmother passed, that day was very painful for me, and many years after that was very painful for me, because that's what I was focusing on. But it's crazy, because the same day my grandmother passed, there was another child born. There was a family out there who was celebrating that they got the good news that they were pregnant, and maybe a woman was struggling for years, you know, to have a baby, and she finally got the news, you're pregnant. That same day that my grandmother passed, a family, they got married, you know. The same day my grandmother passed, you know, a man, he may have proposed to his woman. The same day my grandmother passed, there was a celebration of somebody's birthday, you know, or a group of friends went on a really cool vacation. So that was a good day, but in my world, I made it a bad day because something happened that I did not understand, and something that I did not agree with, you know. But does that mean that life is not good? Does that mean that that day was not perfect? Does that mean that that was not a good day? No. It just means something happened, and it caught me off guard, and I, you know. So with that being said, I know a lot of us, sometimes things happen and we just think this is horrible, or our day is horrible, or what we like to say, my whole day was ruined, you know. But it doesn't have to be that way. Oh shit. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And we don't have to spend our days upset. We don't have to spend our days angry or bitter or frustrated or anxious. We don't have to do that. It's just about how we perceive our days and what we've been through. And if you struggle, like I do sometimes, with, you know, viewing things in a positive way, if you struggle with that sometimes, that's where God comes into the picture, because he can reconstruct and redirect our thoughts. He has the power to do that, but it's up to us to reach out to him for him to do that. But I love y'all, and just know your life is not over, and all is well. So yeah.